It is time for another exciting review of Azure Lane, ladies and gentlemen. And I have to say, episode by episode, I slowly come into realization of how much I like this anime. And hopefully, when I'm finished with this anime, I'll be able to also enjoy the franchise. Pick up any books or even play the mobile game itself and give it a try. But for now, I'm just on the ride of the anime. And that's one of the special things about anime. It is a giant promotion of source materials. So you gotta be very thankful for it, especially when most people complain if their video game becomes an anime. Most of the time they complain that it's not direct material from the source, but it helps promote it, You gotta give it up for that. And I appreciate that very much. In this episode, it was a nice sell down development kind of episode, That's what it really was. It was for us to understand who Enterprise is and what she stands for, what her stance on everything that's happening. You look out the ocean and you see this beautiful vast of sea, especially when the sun sets. Oh my god, it's beautiful. It's like looking at little sparkles of diamonds on the sea. It's wonderful. But for some people, it can be a different kind of perspective. Someone could have lost someone at sea, something bad could have happened, shark attack, jellyfish, drowning, being invaded by pirates, modern pirates. People will have a different look on things, determined on their experience of something, That's just how it is. So for Enterprise, she sees the ocean as a never-ending field of war, of battling and stuff. So she never can see anything like that as beautiful, no matter how beautiful it is. Beauty is within the eye of the beholder. And she does not see the sea as something beautiful, but something as she only knows as her life as fighting. Also fighting to help out her bigger sister. Now, that being said, this becomes a form of ignorance and being arrogant, in a way. She doesn't understand that there's more to life than just war and tragedy, but yet, when people are telling her that she needs to relax, or to calm down, or to be more aware of your own self, she becomes arrogant. She knows about these things, but she chooses to ignore it, which causes people around her to be also in danger. It's like this. Say you're part of a team of a competitive sport. You're sick, or you secretly got yourself a very bad injury. You think you can still go at it, that this is your dream. You have to be there for your team. So when you're at that competition and that thing is going well, and all of a sudden that injury or that sickness catches up to you, and now you're falling down, you're fumbling, you're dropping the ball. Now, not only people have to focus on the sport, but now they have to focus on your ass being there because you thought you being there was the better for everyone. Nope, in the end of the day, you're just being selfish. It is better that you stay your butt home and relax and heal, so that way no one has to worry about you. They'll just have to pick up your slack, or someone bring a little substitute, something like that. But in the meantime, you being there will not help nobody. You'll just drag people down. And you being on the battlefield is great and all. You want to go off, suicide mission, whatever, be my guest. But when you're on a team-based thing, you can't only think about yourself. You'll put other people's lives in danger. She's going out there, Enterprise, going out there all the time with an unrepaired equipment. Because of that, it can malfunction, it'll stop working, all that stuff. And now she's in danger. People around her is in danger. She went out to go rescue some people out at sea, and even though I was excited to see a siren, which was still mostly injured, but still had some kick in it left, she was still kind of SOL. Because she herself was not in full good maintenance, which she could have died along with those two sisters if it wasn't for new best girl, Belfast, coming along. That's right, Belfast. Maids are always amazing in anime because they, for some reason, not only they're good at their job of being a maid, but they're very, very kick-ass. They like to fight and combat, guns, knives, all those amazing specialties. They can be demons, they can be time stoppers. they can be those who pull out miniguns out of nowhere. If you understand those three references, good for you. Anyways, Belfast was also another focal point of this episode, where she was ordered to look after Enterprise because apparently other people are also interested in her and says she could be a vital role to play in upcoming battles, but she is too reckless and selfish. So she was trying to send someone out there who's around probably the same age as Enterprise to look after her. So Belfast was observing Enterprise, trying to give her advice and seeing what kind of person she is. And she found out she is a soft-hearted person who does not want to see the kind of tragedy she went through. However, by doing this, she also loses sight of her goal. The way she lives her life is totally flawed, and she needs to be fixed upon that. So that's why Belfast is there to make sure her life, give her a better reason on life for fighting, not just for herself and for others, but also to keep herself safe, and not going to benefit anyone if you're dead, is all I'm saying. Well, anyways, there's a lot of other things I like to talk about this episode, especially Queen Elizabeth. Who they're referencing. The God save the freaking Queen. And of course, Queen Elizabeth is a freaking lolly who's drinking her tea and eating her cakes, enjoying her fish and her chips. Of course, you made Queen Elizabeth a freaking lolly. She can't be anything else. When I think of Queen Elizabeth, I always think of an older woman and stuff like that. Just doing her natural hobbies. I would never see her as a freaking lolly or anything, running an entire country. But only in Japan, they would think that. And they're forming alliances within Azur Lane as well. They handle the assistance against the other opposing allies. The Iron Blood and the Sakura, which is very crazy, I still say, but it's the realism, when the world doesn't have a common enemy, it goes back on destroying itself, which is very interesting, as if there has to be this balance, and that there has to be an enemy in the world in order for everything to be right. It's very interesting, if we're not at war with a country, we'll become at war with ourselves. It's like things have to decrease. Humans' lives have to be lost some way to keep the natural order. Some people feel uncomfortable about talking about this, but it's realization. That's just how it is. Something has to be replaced in order to fit the balance of things. Yes, I'm talking Star Wars here, but it's the truth. It always happens, When you think you get rid of one problem, another one will come along. And will come another solution. And the never-ending loop will continue. But I'm getting off of that subject. I also like to see the other girls on the show. I may not remember their names or stuff like that, but I still enjoy seeing them. Especially in the beach episode, You see this girl named San Diego. I know that there's been this girl throughout the show who keeps seeing on the bad end of the stick, where she's always drowning or getting attacked. She's never in a good situation. And apparently her name is San Diego. I don't know much about her character, but I'm guessing she is like a jinx, where things just don't go right for her. She reminds me of that character from Hey Arnold, Eugene, the Jinx, where no matter how positive they may be, bad things are always happening to them. So that's who San Diego reminds me of. So she appears to be a very interesting character. Now, one last thing I want to talk about is the other original cast members, which is Babel and Laffy. Despite how Laffy acts, she seems to be the wisest among the group. And Babel is just, the naive but yet pure-hearted leader, where she had this weak resolve of what to do with Ayanami. But now, after looking at Laffy, she realizes they'll see her again, and they'll just have to find some way for her to get on their side. And then appearing from the opening, that will happen sooner or later. hopefully sooner, see how things work out. This is only a 12 episode series, so I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next in it. So it was a nice, calm episode for everyone to get their feelings across, to get their thoughts in order, to find their resolve before the next upcoming battle, which is always a good thing. You don't want to go ahead to any kind of sports or war or anything like that with a very clouded mind. So, good on them. And that's all I got. That's where I will end it for today. I gotta say once again, I'm impressed. I can't wait for next week as well. See what happens. I like to see more of these girls. See what else they can do. Hopefully, find out more lore and more development throughout the characters. It's good to have the characters showing them, but try to stay focused on the main cast so we can have a development, and so the viewers can stay attached to something. So anyways, if you enjoy my content, you like Azur Lane, and like what I do, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrownxox on Anime, signing out.